Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Jeff Johnson. You're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
No Jeff Johnson issues tonight. I just wanted to remind everyone, friend of the show, Jeff Johnson. Let's Kickstarter right now. Go help him out. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Marvel Tales. If you're listening to Spider-Cast, you'll know we're in the middle of Hob-Gobble month, and we're back up to Macendale. So,
Daddy Macendale.
So, since we're only doing 2 episodes on Spider-Cast, yes, we'll do 2 over here. Myself and my good friend Justin the Owl, Goblin Cat.
Swooping back on in to talk about some Daddy Macendale.
Swooping in as if on a goblin glider.
As if, or on a pogo platform.
Oh.
I think that's actually more my speed, bouncing around.
I read some of his early appearances as Jacqueline in the Spider-Man book, and I was like, "What? I didn't know it started in Machine Man," as we said.
Yeah, I had no idea either. Yeah, I thought he originally appeared in, I think it was Amazing Spider-Man, around the time when Silver Sable first appeared. There was that story where he kind of just came out of nowhere and decided to attack. And I think, was it Silver Sable that was tasked originally with taking him out? Like, he was her target. Yeah. I think so. But even before that, I know Spider-Man ran into him once or twice. Even when he had the symbiote. Yeah. But I thought that was his first appearance in that title. I had no idea that this lovely little hidden treasure awaited us.
I know. His first appearance was in the last issue. That's right, kids. In the last issue of Machine Man.
And his costume on the cover is completely different from what we would see inside. Yeah.
You know what? It was but it was interesting because I never read this issue before, so it's like, oh, it's the last issue of Machine Man. I'm like, maybe he's going to get destroyed or disassembled by the end. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah, or his mind wiped or something like that.
Yeah, because he'll get rebuilt eventually if he does.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen? But so
right. Poor Machine Man didn't last 20 issues.
Mm-mm.
I'll have to read some more of this series, though. Have you read much more of this?
No.
I haven't either. Yeah, this is totally unknown to me.
So it looks like, issue 1 was from 78, and then, the last issue was in 81, so. So that series is about as old as we are.
Yeah. And we've got some really good talent on this issue, number 19.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just opening up the issue in the app, too. All right. I love that cover. Complete your collection special. Or, guess what, Mag won't have a 20th issue.
Right. And look who did the cover, too.
Oh, yes. Mr. Frank.
Your mother's a whore!
Miller.
In full effect.
It says Miller and Austin, so is that Terry Austin also?
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah.
Oh my God, how they get away with this? Look on the in the very back, towards the
it's Batman, yeah.
I was going to say,
Superman. With a Superman symbol on his chest. Yeah.
How the hell they get away with that? Yeah, you got Superman hands.
Batman, my favorite character.
You know this covers rock. You know this covers rocking when we can hit. Your mother's
a whore.
and
my favorite character.
In the same thing, yeah.
Exactly. The same thing.
I love this cover, though. It's great. There's so much going on here.
Look at Jack-o'-lantern's like,
yeah. It's like a superhero convention, and they're having a big throw down in the middle of it.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, yeah, on the cover, he's wearing some almost looks like a full body purple. Yeah,
Bodysuit. Yeah.
yeah. But then
orange.
by the time you get to the first page, yeah, he's wearing that different shades of green suit that we'd see him in later on, even.
Right.
All right. You ready to cover this one?
Yes.
All right. Machine Man number 19, Jolted by Jack-O-Lantern. February 1981. Writer Tom DeFalco. Penciler and inker, name few of you may know, Steve Ditko. Colors Nell Yomtov and letterer Diana Elbers. Well, let me go to the first page because it's not even credited in a editor. Oh, Denny O'Neil, of course.
Oh, yeah, Denny. Yeah.
Yeah. Electrifying editing, it says. And then Jim Shooter. Jim Shooter, penny pinching paychecks. And then Irving Forbush, soul and inspiration. Oh, boy. I wonder why they didn't put that on the synopsis. All right. All right. Delmar Insurance is sponsoring the construction of a high-tech secure super embassy. Byron Benjamin assigns Machine Man to safeguard it for its Halloween costume celebration. Machine Man has Gears Garvin repair damage suffered to his face from last issue before attending the function. Wait. Repairing damage to his face? What is he, an aging actress?
Too much time in the sun.
Pretty much. All right, kids, and for his very first appearance, the villain known as Jack-O-Lantern decides to raid the celebration under the guise of a Halloween guest. Jack-O-Lantern and his goons run afoul of Machine Man, who easily stomps all of them. Jack prepares to fire his wrist laser at the robot, but Machine Man erects an electrostatic field around Jack-O-Lantern, forcing the weapon to backfire into the villain's face. Machine Man then leaves unthanked by the party's guests. And I know he basically takes a break. He's like, I'm going to take a leave from the insurance, because this is the last issue.
Take a sabbatical.
Oh, yes. Then, of course, kids, this is the first appearance of Jack-O-Lantern, Jason Macendale, who will eventually become known as Hob-Goblin 3.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're counting Lefty Donovan. Okay.
Well, yeah. There's been a lot of Hobgoblins. It's hard to say who's who.
Well, yeah, because half of them were, Roderick Kingsley brainwashed to cut at least one or two. So,
right. Yeah.
Lefty Donovan.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Not in the face.
Oh, that's what I was thinking when it said, yeah, they erected the field and made of the weapon backfire in his face. Yeah.
Yeah, not in the face.
Not in the face.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. I didn't even pick up on this. It says Machine Man attends the embassy Halloween party wearing a Superman face mask.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either. Superman.
Yeah. I mean, again, his regular face is has dark hair anyway. So I really
it looks pretty much the same.
I know. So yeah, I mean, what you think? I mean, yeah, I know this was my first time reading this.
Yeah, this is my first time reading it too. It was kind of weird.
Well,
I mean, Jack-O-Lantern was cool and all, but it was weird to see the way that Steve Ditko drew him with the one eye larger than the other.
Yeah.
That kind of threw me off. I was like, why does he keep drawing it?
I mean, is it supposed to look like a kid just carve this Jack-O-Lantern or something?
Right. I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, if you look at it that way. But it's just having grown up with the Ron Friends, Jack-O-Lantern. Which looks much different than this. It was kind of weird to see this rendition. And, I don't know. I really don't know a whole lot about Machine Man in general. I mean, I know the basics about his origin and stuff and some of the things that he's done over the years, but the vast majority of his adventures are kind of an unknown territory for me. But
yeah, me too.
I liked this. I did notice one little minor thing, and I don't know even how this stuck out to me, but as I was reading this, I noticed his name is Aaron with 2 A's,
Mhm.
But earlier on in the issue, there's a flub where it's 2 R's. When he's got the mask on, and he goes, "Well, what do you think?" It's 2 R's, and then after that, if you look closely, like really closely at every time Aaron is written after that, it looks like the second A has been like edited in there after the fact. Like it looks just slightly larger than the first A, or slightly different, as if to say that the poor Diana Albers, she had to go back and change all of the R's to A's throughout this entire issue.
Where's that whiteout?
I mean, it's super minor, but it's a little thing that stuck out to me, and it made me chuckle throughout the issue, just picturing poor Diana Albers having to go back and change all those R's to A's. Like, damn it! That would have to stink for him to be a letterer, and then be told after you're finished doing the entire issue, no, you spelled the main character's name wrong. You've got to go back and fix it.
All right, so okay, here's the scene. I remember this now. Page 14, where he stops. His face has started drooping again, so he just stops.
Yeah,
it's dressed as Batman and
melty.
Superman, basically.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know if he pays the kid for his Superman mask. Yeah,
that's so funny. And I love how his suit is exactly the same color as his Machine Man, like his metallic.
That purple.
Skin, yeah. It's the same.
But I mean, that's a pretty elaborate Superman mask that kid has back in 1981.
Yeah. Well, had the second movie come out, maybe there were a ton of.
Oh, maybe. But I thought back then Halloween costume was just basically just a plastic mask, and then
with the little elastic
almost.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They weren't very. They weren't too detailed back then.
So, I mean, if you look at, it seems like the cover is, they had a much different idea for this story maybe before it happened. Because again, Jack-o'-lantern looks different, like you said. It almost, I guess that could be a Halloween party, but it almost looks like they're at like a Comic-Con or something on that cover.
Yeah, it almost looks like a convention. Yeah. And I mean, I know that they're talking about a party in the story, but yeah, it's almost like, like you said, they switched gears on what they were going to do with the story.
Yeah, because everyone's kind of dressed in like a superhero costume on the cover, but
yeah, I laughed at the part where Machine Man is on top of the roof spying on them, and all of a sudden he just goes right through. He just goes right through the roof.
Oh yeah,
no time to negate gravity, he says as he falls through into the warehouse.
Yeah, because he's watching through the skylight. Then he's like, "Oh wait, the roof is collapsing. It can't support my 850-pound weight."
Yeah, right. I've been crouching here too long. This thing is buckling under my weight. That made me laugh.
I know.
Yeah, and then when the guys attack him, we'll stomp him into robotic rubble. This one dude says, it looks like one of them has bowling pins.
That's what I was about to mention. Yeah, those look like bowling pins. Yeah, because the rest of them are coming after him with like dumbbells and barbells and stuff. Yeah. But you got one little you come out with bowling pins. Yeah.
They just raid the closet and grab whatever they could get to attack him with. Oh, it was so funny.
And it's so funny, the foreshadowing, because like when Machine Man's like wrapping the henchman up, he goes, "You're lucky you tangle with me. A guy like Spider-Man might have really hurt you."
Oh, right. Yeah.
Jack-o'-lantern, this robot is very good.
Very good. My men are savage, brutal fighters, yet he's defeating them easily. Still, he will not fare as well against Jack-o'-lantern.
I mean, I know they only got to play with him one issue in Machine Man here, but it's like I was waiting for, with maybe that bigger eye is just like, I don't know, like a gun sight or something for his blaster or something, almost like Deadshot or,
Yeah. Or it shoots some type of blast out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of eye blast. Yeah. Some of the art's kind of rough in this issue, too. I think Steve Ditko could have possibly benefited from an inker on this one.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the panels of Jack-o'-lantern bouncing around, and he's got his inner monologue going on, and these are pretty rough. Yeah.
I was going to say, I wonder how old was Ditko in 79? I mean, I don't think he was too old, but I'm just... sometimes I think that the hands lose their dexterity sometimes.
Oh, right. And he could have been working under a deadline too, and had to rush it.
Or
Probably his 40s or something. 40s.
Or no one was feeling pressure because this was the last issue, so they're just like, yeah, we need to get it out.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it's good. It's still good Steve Ditko art, but it is rough in places.
So yeah, I mean, Machine Man taking in the previous issues taking some crap because his face was damaged and he's like has to watch himself so he doesn't go into like murderous rages or
right. I thought that was funny too, how he has to watch his temper or he's going to pull a Hulk and start going crazy. I thought, wow, that's something I wasn't expecting. I can feel the tension building within me. My mind is becoming aflame with anger and hatred. I want to lash out, to destroy, he says.
Oh,
Machine Man, surprising me here.
Oh, wait, did you wrestle? How'd I miss this? I just read this by coincidence. Jack-o'-lantern. What does the O stand for? Off? Macendale.
Mac Daddy Macendale.
I just love, he's worried about these murderous rages, but then at the end of the issue, it's just like, oh no, he just got a bunch of tangled circuits here. No, we just got to fix this.
Yeah. Just got a couple wires crossed, Machine Man, that's all.
So they fixed that problem, but he still has to get his face fixed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess he's going to take a break from the insurance job and I guess just hang around the junkyard.
Well,
Jack O-Ring Lantern.
O-Ring Lantern.
Nice. Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. Trick or treat.
And again, I know it's the first appearance of Macendale, and they probably don't have it. And again, it's the last issue of Machine Man, so they really not paying attention to But I'm just like, when does Macendale ever talk this fancy?
That's true. Yeah, this is the most inner dialogue I think we've ever had from Macendale. Yeah.
We might have to do a Jack-o'-lantern special somewhere because there was at least one or two Jack-o'-lanterns after Macendale. So, because
there were, yeah,
Jack-o'-lantern kick.
Yeah, Russell and I were actually talking about doing kind of like a season special on Tomes of Evil about Jack-o'-lantern, where we do something like 4 episodes, and each episode we do a different Jack-o'-lantern. One's Macendale, one's the guy that was in Captain America, who was part of the Skeleton Crew, and then there were a couple of others. So, yeah, we'll have to have you on for that if we do that sometime within the next year. I can't remember when we talked about doing that, but that'd be super fun.
Oh, hell, we got to talk about some of his fights with Spider-Man as Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. Love those. He's got the black suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Next Halloween, Russell says.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But, it wasn't a bad issue considering, they were like wrapping up the Machine Man stuff. And give them credit. They introduced a new villain in the last issue. Yeah.
Yeah. And it seemed like they wrapped up everything that was going on in the Machine Man series up to that pretty well. It didn't seem like there were they were like kind of rushing at the end to wrap everything up really quickly in a few panels.
Yeah, at least they wrapped up that murderous rage thing.
Yeah, they couldn't have left that plot thread hanging.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, like DeFalco, once he started writing Amazing Spider-Man, would pick up Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, well, 6-7 years later, I think, wasn't it? 86 or
something like that. Yeah. Because it wasn't too long. Like might have been 85 because I think it might have been towards maybe during Secret Wars or.
Oh right.
Because I know that at one point he did fight Spider-Man in the black suits and. Yeah, I think that was running concurrently with Secret Wars. So yeah, it was around that era.
Yeah.
Oh yes. That before even the black suit thing. Yes, Stern did an issue with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then, like Justin said, there was a issue with Silver Sable.
Right. Where, he didn't face Spider-Man in that story. It was him versus Silver Sable. And I think, was that the issue that Spider-Man was fighting Fire-Lord?
I think Spider-Man was missing, and that was that. There was like a month where like Spider-Man was missing.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think Silver Sable was in Amazing. I think Black Cat was in the Spectacular book. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So, no, Fire-Lord was a little. I think a little earlier. A little earlier. Yeah.
I think that was more Secret Wars stuff. Yeah, or Secret Wars 2, maybe.
I think it was closer to Secret Wars 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
When the Beyonder was changing buildings, the gold.
I love that.
Oh yes, Gang War. Yes, Macendale fun.
Yes, sliding into the Gang War.
Stay tuned. Early next year, I think Lilith and I are going to cover that Gang War.
Ooh, on Spider-Cast. Good. I love that.
In honor of, there's a new Gang War coming here, kids.
Oh, right.
I think it goes through like December, January, February. So I think I'm gonna. Did I pencil it for February? I think. Yeah. That Gang War.
Now, who are the players in this new Gang War? Is it still like Rose type of stuff, or is it more?
There's a bunch of heroes because I know like Miles Morales, I think, is in there. They're restarting a Jessica Drew book, so Ray's all happy.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
There's going to be a Daredevil, but it's going to be Elektra, so Elektra's going to be in there. I'm trying to remember who's. Oh, I think Ray's also happy. I think Tombstone might be in there. So.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. I'm happy about that too. I love Tombstone.
It's is the Rose still alive? Yes, he is. There was a one shot, a Spider-Man one shot during what is that? What's that crossover we all did? Devil's Reign. Was it
Devil's Reign?
Yeah,
oh, right.
There was a Spider-Man one shot. Yeah, the Rose was in that. So
yeah, and he had some type of big gun, if I remember.
Yeah, because Lilith and I even talked to the gentleman who did write that issue. So.
But I don't think he's been seen since then, right?
I don't think, but yeah, within like it was like a year or two ago. So yeah, he was alive up to that point. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Anthony Piper. Yes, who wrote that issue?
This is Anthony Piper, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Nice.
Oh my! He said it's in my head canon that Hob-Gobble those were toxic lovers. I mean, they were kind of trying to write that, when everyone still thought Ned Leeds was the Hobgoblin, that, they were at least buddies.
Yes.
Yeah, close to buddies, I don't know, but yeah, buddies.
Friends with benefits, yeah.
Oh my.
I've had a few buddies like that.
Oh my. Settle down, little help. Hobby hat. Cool.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on, Russell. He's letting everyone juggle those pumpkin bombs. Come on. He's too fabulous. He's too fabulous not to. Well, yeah. Look at that jack-o'-lantern costume. Come on.
Absolutely. And plus, he took the original Green Goblin's costume. He was like, you know what? I'm going to improve upon this. I'm going to make this better.
That jack-o'-lantern costume, even Justin's like, yeah, it's a little too gay.
Yeah, he's like, I got to tone this down a little bit. I want the Hobgoblin costume.
All right. So, yeah, that was a decent issue, but should we get to the Doctor Strange issue?
Yeah, I liked that one better.
Yeah.
The Machine Man one was okay, but like I said, there were some places where the art looked really rough.
Yeah.
It was a rush job. And, it's just, I don't know. It was missing a little something for me, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, that Doctor Strange, I haven't read like the first year or two of that Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme book. This made me want to go, read that.
Ooh, yeah. I've only read bits and pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's excellent. Roy and Dan Thomas as the writers, and the great Jackson Geis.
Oh yeah,
artwork. I think for the first year or two, maybe. Yeah, great stuff.
All right. Yep. There we go. All right. And it's also an Acts of Vengeance issue.
Yes. Yeah, even better.
All right, so Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, number 11, the Hob-Goblin of Little Minds. The little,
I love that title.
the little something of the Hob-Goblin. December 1989. Writers Roy Thomas and Dan Thomas. Penciler Jackson Geis. Oh, and inker. So again, both issues this time are penciled and inked by the same person. So
Nice.
colorist Tom Vincent, letterer Janice Chiang, and editors Ralph Macchio and Mike Rockwitz. Okay, like I said, there's only like one sentence synopsis here. Doctor Strange agrees to make an appearance on the Hour 13 TV show, only to be attacked by the Hobgoblin.
That's it, huh? Okay.
Yes, who's been full on possessed by that demon king.
Yes. Yeah, a lot happened between this issue and the Machine Man one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to have Ned Leeds killed because he thinks he's the original Hobgoblin. He has to steal his crap. He has to fight Spider-Man a few times, and then during Inferno, make a deal with a demon that for power. Yeah. He actually gets bonded with a demon.
Yeah, the demon Nestir bonds him with a demon, which at first we don't see the actual personality.
Yeah.
The intelligence of the demon come out. Like in this issue, the Doctor Strange one, it's still Macendale who's basically in control.
Yeah, but by this point, he's kind of like he there's a little hallucination going on. Well, maybe not this much so much, but next week's you'll see him hallucinating some, and then the crack gets put between the demon and Macendale we'll get to that next week. But
oh yeah. But then it's obvious that there's some other intelligence that's guiding the Hobgoblin after that.
Russell's gone. I was going to ask him. I'm sure you probably read this in this issue. Rintra is in here.
Oh yeah, he loves Rintra.
Yeah,
as do I. I'm a fan of Rintra.
Morbius is on all of one page, the first page, and then he disappears.
Yeah.
Because I believe, the vampires are making a comeback here by this point, right?
Yes, there's a subplot here where, and I had honestly forgotten about this.
I forgot about this too. Yeah, Doctor Strange's brother. Yeah,
Stephen Strange's brother is actually a vampire, and there's a bit of a confusion going on about how that's even possible in the first place. Because a few years prior to this, Doctor Strange used the Montesi formula to basically wipe all of the vampires off of the planet. It just scrubbed them out. It was a spell from the Darkhold, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's a little confused as to how it's even possible in the first place that there are vampires. I mean, Morbius isn't a traditional vampire, so it makes sense that he's still around.
Although Morbius was kind of cured for a little bit though, too, in the 80s. So
right.
Even though, yeah, you're right, he wasn't like a supernatural vampire, but he was cured for a while.
Right. For a while, there were no vampires, period. Like,
Lilith and I covered that issue. He was fighting Spider-Man. He got hit by lightning.
oh, yeah.
I think he started drinking Spider-Man's blood, too, but he got hit by lightning.
The untold dangers of doing battle on rooftops in New York City.
Just the magical nature of lightning in comic books. It's like, it's either it's curing vampires or it's giving you super speed or it confers the power of the gods on you like Shazam. It's
right.
It's magical.
That's why if you're gonna be a costume superhero or supervillain, you should always have some type of insulation in your costume just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. And then while this Doctor Strange and his ever-growing supporting cast are trying to help his brother Hob-Goblin sitting outside as Doctor Strange erects a magical spell around the house, and Hob-Goblin's like, "Curse you!" He's like,
yeah.
He's like, yeah, with my new demon powers, I wanted to attack you in your own backyard, but just to show Doctor Doom and the others they'd pick the right man to dispose of you. But I see I'll have to stage my own act of vengeance somewhere else.
Yeah, so he's trying to get at this point in time, he's trying to get the attention of Doctor Doom and the others in that evil council behind the Acts of Vengeance campaign.
Because I was going to say, did they send him? Like, did anybody on that council think Hob-Goblin was going to take down Doctor Strange?
Yeah, even with the demon powers.
Yeah. I mean,
with the demonic infused. Yeah.
I mean, I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite characters. But if Spider-Man can take you down, I think Doctor Strange. I mean, a guy who fights Dormammu and stuff.
Yeah,
I think he can handle Hob-Goblin.
Right. I can't think of very many Spider-Man villains that I would pit up against Doctor Strange. Yeah.
I mean, unless he catches him unaware and like Kingpin just sits on him or something.
Yeah, imagine Mysterio trying to hit him with an illusion whammy and Strange being like, are you kidding? You're joking, right?
Who next, James Cameron? How dare you?
Yeah.
But it's just funny. Yeah, it's just, I'm like, okay, Hob-Goblin, yeah, you keep going.
I like the fact that, yeah, we've got this big, giant supporting cast in here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Wong and his fiancée, Aimee, and I forget who this other woman is. Sarah something. Yeah.
Is she another, like, student of, his or something?
Oh, God, it's been forever since I've read this. I think so, yeah. Or she was maybe a medical student or something. Yeah.
I was gonna say he doesn't end up like sleeping with her, does he? I mean, because supposedly right now he's still married to Clea, but she's
I don't think so.
Dimension. Okay, well, that's a first. Okay.
Yeah, I do think something horrible happens to her, if I remember.
Oh, of course.
Well, naturally. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and reread these too. I'm really rusty on this series.
Yeah, like I said,
I
I really haven't read a lot of these, so yeah, that's. I kind of want to read that now.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And it's so funny that that Doctor Strange is going on an evening talk show. Like I found that whole concept to be really funny.
Oh yeah, because he's trying to isn't he just trying to dispel? It's like, oh yeah, oh no, I guess that he doesn't use magic or something.
Yeah. So hour 13. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. So is he still trying to pretend he has a secret identity?
I guess, yeah, that he's like an actual Dr. MD or like a psych doctor or something.
Maybe. Because I was going to say, I think now it's at the point where he's Tony Stark. Everyone just knows he's like the Sorcerer Supreme, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if there's a link for that. What's her, is it Sarah? Yeah, Sarah Wolf.
Sarah Wolf.
With an E. Sarah Wolf is of Cheyenne origin. Her great-grandfather, was the shaman of her clan who wanted to teach her the craft, but she chose a different path. She became the secretary of Doctor Strange and the love interest.
Oh.
Wait a minute. And the love interest of his assistant Wong. However, their affection could not be because Wong had been promised to another since childhood.
Oh, that's right.
Wow,
okay.
Man.
That was a love triangle. Oh, right.
Man, Wong really pulling out that magic wand. Yeah. Oh, here we go. As part of his Faust gambit, Baron Mordo severed Sarah's soul from her body and trapped it in a sphere along with his own as a part of a scheme to defeat Doctor Strange. He later recanted and released her. So, does that mean she lived? Because that's the last thing it says. Okay, she had been around for a while because her first appearance was Doctor Strange 38 from 1979.
Okay, yeah.
So, so I was going to say, did she live through that?
Yeah, I remember that Baron Mordo thing, and I can't remember what happened to her after that.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything here, so.
I feel like that was around issue 25 or something.
Oh, originally created by Chris Claremont and Gene Colan.
Oh, no kidding.
Mm-hmm. So. Oh my god, but so yes, the Hob-Goblin's biding his time, and then basically Doctor Strange puts his brother in. Well, I guess he had him in suspended animation, so he would, because he was pretty much dead, and then
Mm.
Doctor Strange had him frozen somewhere, and then so all of a sudden he's reappeared as a vampire.
Right.
Yes, because we get the flashback. He basically left home and didn't look back, and then that one night his brother came and was like, "Why didn't you show up for Dad's funeral?" And he was like, "I had business."
Oh, he had business, all right.
Monkey business.
Yeah. Which caused Vic to storm out
Yes,
in a rage.
out into the street in the middle of this snowstorm where he gets hit by a car. So Doctor Strange had his body frozen. But yes, the guilt. I never mentioned him again. That's why none of you knew about him.
Yeah. I couldn't stand it.
So Doctor Strange has basically put some spell around him. Oh yeah, because then he gets the phone call from
Hour 13.
yes, and the guy and the host of it, his father originally had a show, the 12th Hour, which I guess Doctor Strange was going to be on back in Strange Tales 126.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what the editor's note says. So so that was
here, yeah.
a while ago.
Good stuff.
But so Doctor Strange agrees. They're all like, "Why'd you appear to go on?" And he's like, the 12th Hour always debunks sorcery. Now do you get the picture?
Mm-hmm.
So then that other woman's like writing a biography supposedly, and so and Doctor Strange's like, "This will prove it all wrong." I love he's barely off the phone like a minute, and they already have commercials on it. It's just like, Doctor Strange appearing tonight. I guess they prepared it just in case.
Well, some shows were like that. I remember back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have the intro, and then they'd just introduce somebody, and then we'll be right back. What, are you crazy?
This is 1989. What's he going on? Morton Downey Jr.
The streets are running red with blood.
Arsenio.
Doctor Strange.
He tries to call Clea, but she's not there. She's not answering the crystal ball.
Yeah, she gets her assistant Rawl.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Clea can't come to the crystal ball right now.
And I love when the show's about to start and everyone else is just like sitting there in the sanctum in their pajamas and stuff, just watching this.
With some popcorn, yeah.
Rintra's sitting on the floor with a bowl of popcorn.
Yeah, I bet he can eat a lot of popcorn. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they moved his Pennies from Heaven show because he's like, alas, it is rescheduling of my favorite show, the one wherein the little girl angel returns from a Judeo-Christian afterlife each week to help a different family unit through a stressful period.
I love that. Judeo-Christian afterlife.
I'm like, except for the little girl angle, wasn't that like Highway to Heaven?
yeah, basically. Pennies from Heaven. Oh, I love that.
Oh my. So the show's about to start. And
then that's when Hobgoblin makes his move, like almost right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like they get him on the show and they kind of do their introduction. They have a little bit of conversation back and forth. But then here comes Macendale. He goes, "You're not getting off that easily, Strange."
Yeah, because it seems like Doctor Strange has debunked everything, his secret's safe. But that's when Hob-Gobblin comes swooping in.
Yeah.
The people in the audience, is this part of the show?
Keep shooting.
And then Sperrier asking why I'm here, wizard. I came here strictly to kill you.
Yeah. Defend yourself, Strange, and die like a man at least.
And then before anyone else can even notice, as Rintra starts running for the studio.
Yeah, he's just booking it.
I mean, he's gonna be quick on his feet because none of them noticed him leaving the room.
Yeah. You would think someone that large, you'd be able to.
You would think it. I'm sorry, you think it would be like a bull in a china shop,
right?
But yeah, I love Wong's like, I knew one of the master's enemies would attack, and the girls were just like, wait a minute, no, it's like it's not one of his enemies.
And I love how poor Steven spent all that time talking about them on the 13th hour, talking with them, trying to debunk his magic, and like Hobgoblin attacks, and right away he's like, "Oh well, I guess that all goes out the window. Got to use some magic now." Immediately gets his costume and enters the battle.
Yeah, but basically he just had Doctor Strange had an illusion up because he drops the illusion.
Yeah.
Made bolts of bedevilment these pumpkins slow and hurl them back to confound my foe.
Yeah, it's a good little fight.
Yeah. But yeah, so Doctor Strange is basically thinking that Hobgoblin's done his homework, and he's like, oh yeah, these weapons come from another Spider-Man villain, the Hot Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
But why is a non-magical type attacking him? And
then he realizes, ooh, this guy is not wearing a mask.
Oh yeah, because I think he said something about his mask, and Hobgoblin's like, I'm not wearing a mask.
I'm not wearing a mask.
It was a mask, he says, until I recently, tells him about the whole deal with the demon from Spectacular Spider-Man 147.
Yes.
Scroll down. I made a little cover that. Scroll down. A while ago. Scroll down.
I love Inferno.
Oh, yeah.
It's good stuff. And then he goes, Stephen Strange tried a bunch of different mystical attacks, and then he says, why are you after me, Hobgoblin? And Hobgoblin says, that's strange. Is none of your business. And I laughed, and I thought, well, it kind of is his business. You're trying to kill him.
I mean, I like how they draw Hobgoblin's face in this. I mean, it is pretty creepy.
It is. I love the art of this one. Yeah. It's the first time since that transformation, and there was an issue in Web of Spider-Man 2 after he was given the demon powers, I think, where his mask comes off and then it's that nasty face underneath.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was right after. I think it was still Inferno because he put the mask back on and Spider-Man said something. He like ripped off the mask. He's like, yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah, see what you've done to me. Yeah, but since then, I think this is the first time since then that we see underneath the mask to see how much he's mutated, to see how his demonic influence has taken over his body. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Although that demon power really doesn't do him any good, because like in the Return of the Sinister Six, like Dr. Ock, he's basically like, no, go away, leave me alone, because Doc Ock tries to recruit him to take Craven's place because Craven was dead.
Right, yeah.
And Hobgoblin's basically like, leave me alone, and starts like throwing pumpkin bombs and like shooting hellfire at him, and Doc just grabs him with one of those tentacles around the neck. He's like, nah, I wouldn't try it, I wouldn't.
I'll break your neck if you don't.
I think the Hobgoblin was like, I'm going to burn you to a crisp. He goes, that could be before or after I crush your neck.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then
because he starts sending the hellfire along the tentacles.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And then he sends him to go wait with the other members. He's like, I wouldn't try to burn them, my boy. He's like, they'll burn you back.
That's right.
I don't think those are tentacles.
Yeah, I think Hobgoblin would have done better against some characters that were more in his wheelhouse, but going up against Doctor Strange,
yeah, it's like
even with these demonic powers, like
that's what I'm saying. Oh my god, can you imagine? They should have sent him after like Frank Castle or something, or like Mark Spector. Can you imagine? Oh.
Yeah, that would have been good,
especially
given that they had a past. Macendale and Mark Spector. Yeah.
Or even oh my god. Wait a second. I was gonna say wait a second. Was this before New Warriors?
Just after.
Okay, did they do Acts of Vengeance?
Because they were introduced during the fight with Thor versus Juggernaut.
So I was going to say that would be interesting if they send him against the New Warriors or something.
Oh yeah, a crew of kids, yeah. Hob-Goblin versus Power Pack.
Yeah, Yeah, they should again. Should have sent him against some street level people.
Or Machine Man. Had him go up against Machine Man again with his Hobgoblin, his demonic Hobgoblin powers. Remember me? No, actually, I don't. Who are you? You fought me back when I was called Jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, yeah, I guess Doctor Strange has been working out with weights because he gives the Hobgoblin the old chin music.
Yeah. Fool, take your best shot, then prepare to die. And he does. He clocks him right in the face.
Mm-hmm. And then Doctor Strange does some kind of spell where it's basically like he doesn't cure the Hobgoblin, but Macendale thinks his face is cured.
Yeah, it's like an illusion that he can see in the glass of his face, and he thinks, at least I'm human again. Human! And he takes off.
So that almost seems even more cruel.
Right. Well, obviously that illusion didn't last very long. So we see him again very quickly after this.
And then by the time, he was everywhere. I mean, I think they'll mention it next in the Ghost Rider issue. Next time, it's like he showed up in Darkhawk. I mean, he showed up in 2 issues that Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man. Yeah, and then we'll get to the 2 Ghost Riders next week. I mean, yeah, he was everywhere. Yeah,
He was
wow,
everywhere.
they were just like, oh look, a goblin who was actually bonding with a demon. Look,
Yeah. He was for a while. He was in Spectacular Spider-Man a lot. He was in that for like a few months in a row. Yeah, teaming up with Carrion and stuff.
Oh, those 3 issues were that's what Lilith and I are going to be covering on our first Hob-Gobble episode. This
oh, nice, yeah. Yes. The one where he goes, "Let's party" on the cover.
Yeah. You know what? Again, stupid Marvel Unlimited. They have that's 161 through 163. They have 162 and 163 on the app. They didn't have 161.
Oh, that's lame. Yeah.
I mean, I have it in floppies, but I'm just
like,
really?
It's part of the story. Why would you leave it off of there? That's silly.
That is a funny cover. Just him hovering over like Spider-Man and Puma, and he goes, "Let's party!"
Yeah, and Puma, another biscuit. Oh, love that Puma, that Thomas Fireheart.
Oh, like I'm hairy, huh?
Well, I could take it or leave it, but yeah, he is a biscuit.
Oh my,
the Thomas Fireheart. I like this issue a lot. It was really entertaining. I kind of wanted to see them have a rematch at some point, like not Macendale, but Demogoblin.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange have a bit of a rematch. I thought that would have been cool.
Oh yeah, it's just so funny. Rintra finally gets to the studio, but as Hobgoblin's flying away.
Yeah. Whoops, you got there a little too late.
Oh, Dr. Strange, Rintra, you didn't run all this way from Bleecker Street looking like that. And Rintra, I'm not certain. I think I made myself look like Bud Abbott and or Lou Costello, but I was
You've got to pick one or the other, Rintra. You can't do both. That's going to panic people.
And then, Doctor Strange, Rintra, and that Morgana, who was basically writing the book. It seemed like, these two have kissed and made up because he takes her back to the house. And
she's giving him the bedroom eyes. She's all grinding up on him.
He's touching that chin. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to give her that eye of Agamotto, you know?
By the hoary Hosohaga.
These are no longer a surgeon's hands, but they are magical.
Let's use that colloquial levitation.
And I love at the end that the next to last panel was we get one J. Jonah Jameson panel.
Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, because I guess Doctor Strange pulled a trick where when he figured, saw him pull his stuff. So
yes, so his secret was safe after all.
Because Morgana's book, Jameson was going to do the books, and now he's all like,
lost a bunch of money.
Chomping on that cigar.
Yeah, he's got another cause to be angry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and here's another reason I want to keep reading this thing, because, the next issue is also an Acts of Vengeance, but it's Enchantress and the Executioner.
Yes.
There we go. There's a...
Now that's more, that's more along the lines of a good matchup. Enchantress and Executioner, definitely. I can't remember who got because Executioner was still dead at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that the Enchantress's strategy was to kind of find someone that she thought was willing to, or enough of an heir to the axe of the Executioner. And she would give them the axe to recreate themselves in the image of the Executioner. But I can't remember who that was for the purpose of the story.
Yeah, I can't remember because, again, I won't spoil it, but Immortal gets their hands on that axe and becomes Blood Axe for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the pages of Thunderstrike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, that's the cover for 12. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, I love the art in these issues by
Oh yeah,
Jackson Geis. It's so good.
Yeah, because he did in the 90s. He did some Superman too.
He did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit of Iron Man too, here and there.
Oh my God, 13's an Axe of Vengeance too, but it's Archon.
Oh, Archon! I forgot about that. Have I read that one? I don't think I've read that one.
Oh my Lord,
I might have missed that one.
He's got his hand. He's got his hands all over Clea.
Oh, that's not going to go well.
Vampires, demons, no problem. But you C-block Doctor Strange. Oh, it's going to be hell to pay.
I can see Archon getting his ass kicked all the way back to Telemachus.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah, there's some good covers on this. Yeah, I got to read these. I think the whole series might be here. I think
it's the whole thing.
I think so because it's 90 issues, right? Because it looks like because all 90 issues are there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to go back and read some more of this.
Yeah.
And I like that there was a little backup in this issue too. The Book of the Vishanti.
Yeah, it's like basically the origin of like vampires.
Yeah, the Curse of the Darkhold.
Mm-hmm.
And this is talking about, the origin of vampires, how they started in like Sumerian times, like going back to Kull and Conan and all that stuff. And Varney.
Yes.
The original vampire. So, yeah, I thought that was cool. We even get like a glimpse of Merlin and the original Black Knight and a bunch of stuff with the Darkhold. It's great.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about Varney, man.
He's nasty.
Wasn't he starring as Ernest at this point?
Ernest scared stupid. Ernest goes to Atlantis.
Hey, Bert. Oh, so many old jokes. So many old man jokes in this episode, kids. Yeah, that's so funny that Varney just looks like it's like a green demonic hunchback.
Yeah, totally, with these massive, long, distended earlobes.
And then, of course, yes, we mentioned Conan and Red Sonja, face some of them in their era. I love one panel. All you get is Conan's back and so Red Sonja's chest.
Yeah. Little glimpse of the hair. That's all you need to see, I guess.
I don't get it to your face. You see the red hair. Oh, I mean, you don't see Conan's face either.
That's true, yeah.
Of course, Morgan Le Fay.
Oh, yeah. And we get a reference to Wundagore Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Modred the Mystic
was
a reference to him as well, which I liked.
I love that last thing in where Brendan vowed to scatter the pieces of the dread tome through the Christian world, so its evil could never again plague mankind. By the grace and help of God, he thought he had done so. Then you just see Doctor Strange out of nowhere. But he was wrong.
But he was wrong. To be continued next issue.
Because it looks like, just look at these covers. It looks like after Acts of Vengeance, they get back to that vampire stuff. So,
yes, they do. Yeah, they do. There's some really good vampire stuff after that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we should cover some more of this series at some point on the show.
Yes.
maybe the first handful of issues or something.
Oh yeah, well, we must.
Yes, we must.
I don't know what year we're going to do that. We pretty much have next year full, kids.
We do. Yes, we have. Phil and I have pretty much.
You know what? If the Captain America movie gets pushed back or doesn't happen next year, yeah, I say we take out those Captain America issues and we do something.
I agree.
We do some Doctor Strange, do some other stuff that we're looking for room to do. Yeah.
Yeah, we have pretty much the whole. Isn't it the whole month of July pretty much slated for Captain America stories next year?
Yes. Yeah.
So if that changes, then we'll let some Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme in there instead.
Exactly. I was going to say there's something else I want to cover, but I don't think it's on the app. Yeah, no. The original Ghost Rider series, like the last year or so. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. A lot of it. Yeah,
I would love that. I'd love it. That last year isn't on the app. You said
no, because the series goes to 81 on the app, and it only goes up to 62.
That's right. We're talking about that on our Ghost Rider episode we did not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a bunch of that though.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I was going to say I do have the reprint mini series where they did this, like the last 14 issues of that series. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we could find some way to do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll find a way.
Teddy Zarathos. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say
I love that series.
They don't even have the reprint series. None of it. Damn it.
Yeah, there was that reprint series of Ghost Rider as well in the 90s, which
original Ghost Rider rides again. That's how I read those last 14 issues because everyone else, I remember when I was reading it as it was coming out, they're like, "Oh, the new Ghost Rider's awesome!" I'm like, man, you need to read some of this old Ghost Rider stuff.
Yeah, and if I remember right, those had the reprint issues had backups in them, which were, and I loved this. It was the original Ghost Rider, the Phantom Rider, the Western.
Okay, I'm thinking of something different. I know the original Ghost Rider I'm thinking of, it was 7 issues, but they put 2 of the old issues in each issue.
Oh, okay.
It was the original Ghost Rider rides again. Yeah, they had I forget, it was like, was it like was it $1.25 or $1.50? But you got like 2 of the old issues in like one oversized. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah, those were great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be great if they had those on the app too. At least, yeah. I mean, there's as I mentioned in the other episode, there's an Epic collection that reprints the beginning of Ghost Rider, the first series.
Oh yeah. Because they did Essentials on that. I know there was another reprint series they did the first couple of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but they still have yet to collect the issues you were talking about towards the end of the series.
Yeah, it's like David Chayes stuff. I mean, I think there was who else was it? Blood Buddy Ansky. Somebody else was doing it. Too, like there's some really good stuff in there.
Yeah, and the art was great on those. Yeah, definitely. They need to. I would love to see them reprint that whole series in the form of Epic collections.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep going with it, and just keep going until it's all done.
I know this is supposed to be a Macendale episode, but suck it, Macendale. We're talking Ghost
Rider. These 2 issues were kind of surprisingly light on. I mean, in the Machine Man issue, I don't think we even get a mention of his name, do we?
I don't think. No, it's just like, Jack Lanter's a mercenary. Yeah, so I'm wondering if like DeFalco just like, I assume, just when he brought him into Spider-Man came up with a name for him. Like,
yeah. And then in the Doctor Strange issue, he had kind of a flimsy motivation. It was still good enough for him to, I mean, if I was infested with a demonic entity, I'd probably pick a fight with Doctor Strange too, admittedly.
I mean, Macendale was a mercenary. They should have just been like, oh yeah, Doom and the others are paying me to like take out Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Doom and them would be stupid enough to send Macendale, but if they put like a price on Doctor Strange's head, I could see Macendale saying, well, I'm going to get that money.
Right. They'd be like, oh yeah, if you do manage to kill Doctor Strange, we'll give you this amount of money. And they're probably all thinking to themselves, yeah, he's not going to be able to do it. We're not going to have to give him a penny. Yeah.
Because that would have been interesting too. Instead of like, I mean, again, it is cool. Like this, like that evil cabal was like sending, you to go take out this one, you go take out this one.
Yeah.
But they just put a price on all the heroes' heads, And so just that's why random guys were just coming out after everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a free for all. Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Justin?
No, I think we covered it. I liked these issues though. These are both
yeah.
good. The Machine Man one was fun. It was nice to read that for the first time. It was really nice to revisit the Doctor Strange issue. Yeah, it was good stuff.
All right, kids. Well, the Macendale fun continues. The Macendale mayhem continues next week as we cover Ghost Rider 16 and 17 from the early 90s. So we'll get Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, and Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man, the obligatory Spider-Man guest appearance. It happens.
By 16 or 17, man, that's late. They usually appear earlier in your series.
I know. Well, he did have Ghost Rider did have the Punisher.
Yes.
In the first.
Yes.
What was it? I think it was in issue 5 or 6. So that still counts, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then within another year or so, then the X-Men would show.
Right. Covering all the bases.
At least not that Wolverine, if not the whole team, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes, next time, Ghost Rider 16 and 17. And then in 2 weeks, it'll already be our 50th episode.
Yes, the milestone.
Yeah, so we're going to do the whole Death of Marvel special.
Yeah.
From Captain Marvel 29, Death of Marvel, and What If, Volume 2, number 14. Even though I don't know if it's on the but yes, What If Marvel had lived?
I don't think it is, but we'll be able to find it.
I'm gonna have to talk it out. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you knew this, but I picked up the new Captain Marvel number 1 this week. They now gave Carol Danvers the Nega Bands, and she's switching out with some new girl out of the Nega.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Probably to tie in with the new film, I would imagine.
The new villain. There's a new villain who basically like kidnaps Genisville. Before he does, he cuts off his hands. That's how this girl Mega Bands, and when she smacks them together, for some reason she trades places with Carol Danvers.
Wow, she chopped his hands off.
There's new.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm like, they just brought him back. Peter David just brought him back.
You're already slicing him up, and you just brought him back. Didn't they bring him back last year, the year before that?
Yeah, Peter David did a miniseries where basically just like a clone body. They basically stuck his brain back in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man. Poor Genisville. He can't catch a break. Jeez.
I mean, if you don't want to use him, fine, but you're not going to mutilate him and kill him every time.
Right, I know. Leave him alone. The guy suffered enough.
So now Carol Danvers is the third hero, at least, to be swapping out of somewhere, clanging those Nega Bands together. So
that's funny. Yeah, well, it fits with the theme. I like that. Yeah,
I believe there is some body swapping in the Marvels movie. Is it? Yeah. So either we're playing off that.
Yeah.
All right, and then you get an extra episode this month. So at the end of the month, we're gonna get to that Justin pick, Fantastic Four 371 through 375.
With 2 special covers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And guest stars. And guest stars.
Stars galore.
Uh-huh.
Man. So much extreme 90s action.
Big guns. Yep.
Big guns, jackets, foil embossed covers. Man. Get ready to head down a 30-year time warp with us.
Exactly. All right, kids. So send us your thoughts. I mean, we're going to turn that Ghost Rider episode around right after this. But if you could still send your thoughts, we'll read them. So email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon, where again, you don't know what you're going to find. Sober Lilith Hellfire, Drunken Lilith Hellfire, High as Hell Lilith Hellfire. A
little bit of everything.
I floated the idea, Pastor, again today. I was like, for a Patreon episode, you and Justin just need to go on and talk your favorite brands.
Oh, we should. What did you say to that? Did she like?
I think she was up for it. Yeah.
Well, we should do it.
Your favorite boozes, medical marijuana, and talk to 3 C's, Justin.
He'll cover all the bases.
I I should just step out of the way for that one. Just let them cover the free. Oh my lord!
Oh man,
Things in common, cannabis and comics and other things starts with C.
This morning she went cock-a-doodle-doo.
It's a good thing that episode would be uncensored. I think that would have to be. I think that would be essential for that one.
Well, that escalated.
All right, kids. So find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right, Mr. Al, you're here every week. You appear once a week or once a month on We Are the Night,
the Batman podcast.
Yeah, we talk Jean-Paul Valley twice a month on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast. And of course, once a month now, you, me, and yes, that force, that Midwest force of nature, Russell, talk all the new Transformers stuff from the Energon Universe podcast.
Yes, our newest show, yeah.
And this man that's not all.
Not all.
The new businessman in show business because he doesn't play online games, Ray. So what else? What other podcasting do you do, Justin?
With my aforementioned pal Russell, you can find us twice a month over at Gamma Charge, the strongest Marvel podcast there is.
Nice.
We talk about the Incredible Hulk, Sensational She-Hulk, and we also have a Patreon. Do check that out. And we can also be found over at Tomes of Evil, the comic book supervillain podcast. We're starting up our monthly Spotlight series again next month. And we're doing Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast, going all the way back to the 70s with Jack Kirby's Demon from DC and covering that entire series, which is super fun. And also, we're joined by Ray and Sparky over on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast. Twice a month, we talk about Fox's Predator in comic books, action figures, movies, and more. And last but not least, the Lost Library of Legends is a comic book podcast in which I talk about the forgotten and little-known comic book gems of the last 40 years. By the time this episode comes out, there should be a couple episodes available for people to listen to. And a couple more to come before the month of November is out. We'll see.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. More to come, kids. More to come.
That's right.
Come.
It's a trap, boys.
Well, you don't want to know the things I've done. It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that. The big finish.
Death Kids, not the other one.
The big finish.
Little $9 Rayfield. She'll be like, why? I wasn't doing anything. It's like a Batman drop to your face, huh?
Not in the face.
All right, kids, come back next time. Again, more Macendale madness with Ghost Rider 16 and 17. And then in 2 weeks, our big 50th episode.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal on Marvel Tales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another Captain Marvel episode.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Be a marvelous month.
All right, kids, come back next time. Remember, Doctor's out.